Alright, so welcome to this second part. I know I had to cut it in the half of a cutscene, but I was getting out of time to record it. So he's telling that they need to go because the place is no longer safe. However, the son is not ready to confront the dangers of the way. And when Kratos says, "Neither am I was wondering how is it possible, but what I later noticed is that
There was so much. I thought.
it is not that Kratos is not ready to overcome the hazards of the mountain. He's basically not ready to be a father. He's not ready to take care of his son. He doesn't know how to. So that's one of the beauties of the game, because through the story, uh, Kratos develops a relationship with his son, a father and son relationship. He starts to get his heart a little bit open to his son, and also the son Atreus becomes a more experienced warrior. So they basically learn from each other. That is one of the beauties of this game.
Mountain. It's gonna be a long trip.
Yes, but an important one.
Okay, so we can now upgrade some skills. The first skills we want to upgrade is these three. Ferocity. Why ferocity? Because we will be encountering a lot of Draugr and we basically have nothing. We have no gear. So the instant we unlock this skill, Atreus can also hit the opponents when the opponents get near him, which is very good. Honestly, it is good. More than more than I think and more than you think too. All right, so we get teamwork every time we hit an enemy and get him in some like juggle state. He will try to do a combo too.
How did this happen? Who was he? We're nobodies. Did you kill him?
I did what had to be done.
Never leave me alone again. Alright?
All right. Come.
You've had to kill people before, haven't you?
Hmm.
You're used to it.
We do what we must to survive.
Animals, I get. They're food. Draugr, they're supposed to be dead. People, they're trying to survive too.
Close your heart to it. On our journey, we will be attacked by all manner of creature. Close your heart to their desperation. Close your heart to their suffering. Do not allow yourself to feel for them. They will not feel for you.
And that is the mentality of a warrior. Never feel for your enemy.
Has this been here all this time? Why don't you help me up there? You can get a better look.
I know.
Okay. Think you can hold it up there?
Go.
Made it!
Boy.
Boy. And that word we will be hearing it a lot.
Will we see others on the road?
Yes.
Friendly?
No.
They'll try and rob us?
Possibly. Yes.
Oh. Look. All this time, there's been a protection stave around our entire woods. But the stave's broken there. Did you cut those down?
She had marked the tree she was used for a fire.
Why'd you do that?
Yep. Yeah, so basically, if you're wondering what is happening, all this time around Kratos there was like a protective barrier that doesn't allow Draugr and gods to infiltrate. So that protective barrier was made by the mother of Atreus by casting a spell on certain trees and stones. However, since the mother is now dead and her last wish was to spread the ashes to the highest peak of the realms, she asked Kratos to basically break the spell, the protective spell that was in the trees. So now that it is broken, all kinds of evil can now infiltrate the area. That's why there are Draugr close to the house, and there are Hellwalkers, and also these mysterious
How long will it take to get to the mountain?
person came to the house of Kratos.
Before winter falls?
I do not know.
Okay, okay.
Alright.
For my mark.
You can clearly see they got more health now. Or just okay. Every time you get an execution like that, it damages the enemies around. So you can use that to the advantage. Projectile one. Alright, so every time you see a projectile one, try to take them out because they're pretty annoying. If you can. Alright, so we got the indicator white, enemy, red, it means we're going to be attacked, and purple means a projectile is coming. So no bit of a deal there. Alright, the projectile Draugr are the ones that have the hand like with the fire. If you notice, look at it. Atreus is fighting a Draugr by himself and it damages. So Atreus can deal damage without us making the DPS, the damage by herself. That's why that skill is very important, and it is also very cheap. It's basically the cheapest one. So we got more projectile Draugr here. Remember that we have to take them out first because they're pretty annoying. Ah, hey, that was unfair. I didn't get a notification of the projectile coming. Forget the money.
If you want to help, distract them. Whoever is not my focus should be yours, but only when safe to do so.
I can do it.
Roy, over here.
There's a Yetner settlement.
Yetnar.
Just
Right.
one of those smother net. If it all sort of connects, so sometimes I can feel my way through stuff I shouldn't. No?
Yeah, I know. Alright, so we're gonna get a surprise attack here by a river. And he's immune. Well, no, he's not immune to ice. Alright, so we can just attack him. The difference between a river that is immune to frost and one that is not is the shape of the head. So we have the first runic, like we need to get it anyways. So at first I thought this runic was useless, like it's just gonna push him and stun him. It is not useful. However, I discovered that it is more useful than I thought in the first place, because when you upgrade it, not only is a very fast light runic that has a very low cooldown, but also you can upgrade it, you can use it and cancel that into another move. So you can use it as a combo link.
Almost there.
That wasn't so bad.
Slow down. Your haste will cost us.
Sorry.
Okay, so here is another difficult part of the game.
Draw them. These aren't moves.
If you play this game on Give Me God of War, you will know.
More dead?
You will know what I'm talking about.
Not dead,
Alright, so here's where we get our stronger enemies. So the game's pretty simple. Yellow is 1 level above you. Orange is 2 levels above you. Purple is 3 levels above you. And when you get the purple bar and a skull on the side, it is up to 4 and up. 4 plus levels to you, so you do not want to counter an enemy like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy out. We will show the eyes, and then we're gonna push this guy. And we got 1 less enemy down. So as you can see, he has orange. It's orange because he's basically 2 levels above us. But really it's just because of that enemy has a lot more stats than us. More defense, more power, you know, all that stuff. So we will try not to use Spartan Rage yet. We want to use the Rage with the Heavy Drugger. Alright, so remember that we got 3 projectile, and this guy is actually a level 2. So he's strong. Alright, so I'm gonna teach you a way. You can actually take cover from these 2. Oh shit. By staying here. So you can just spam the axe here, and you will be safe from their projectiles. However, on a higher difficulty, they can still push you here. So just make some peeks here. Just sneak peek here. Take out 1 by 1. Alright, so this guy just drove the axe and tried to get him stunned. You can't get him stunned, it's alright. Just try to get him stunned. So when you stun them, you grab him and push him to the pit. However, there's going to be a heavy drugger and 2 other drugger. So it can be complicated. There we go. So he's half health and we can just throw him out. You can use rage here. Do not hesitate. Oh, look at it. I'm gonna use it. Do not hesitate and use rage here because you basically get 3 heavy druggers and 2 normal, so it is unfair. So do not hesitate and use the rage and the Ronix. Oops. There we go.
You hear that? What is it?
We will see. Stay close.
What is that? So we're going towards this garrison?
If I'm watching here, I'm watching for containers that contains money, but I'm not watching any. So here we got our first Revenant, which is one of the most annoying enemies in the game. Because you need to hurt her with arrows first, and then you can attack. Look at it. So my combo I do just basically attack with arrows and then throw an axe to secure a little bit of damage. There we go. Alright, so there's the 2 pathways here. There's up and down. However, down is basically a mini hell. So we will go back later
I told you, boy.
because there's something valuable down there.
Look up there. I guess we need to get back up there. But how?
Follow me.
Alright, so this chest contains something valuable for now, which is that Svartalheim steel. So we need that kind of resource to be able to upgrade our armor. That if you play the game, you already know. And if you do not play the game, then now you know. Alright, so here.
I'll kill them.
We're going to take the rage and we're going to go back.
You will stay out of it, boy. Speak no more of this.
Alright, what is down here? There's a chest, there's money, and there's also a heavy drugger that is level 3. So he's 3 levels above us, which means he's gonna have a purple bar, which means he's going to take us down in 1 hit. Which means it's a hard enemy, and also look at the narrow passway here. So what we're gonna do is just spam we're gonna spam the axe here. We're not gonna let us we're gonna try to stalk him here. If he gets too close, just invade him or use rage. It's good to use rage. Alright, use rage. We don't wanna get hit from it. There we go. So we came for this chest. This chest contains one soft sparkle high steel, which we need, and also contains Ager gold.
Wait, you don't suppose revenants are out on the path, do you? And there's a bunch of them waiting up there for us? And they're really mad?
Wait.
Sorry. Imagination.
Alright, so right there's just enemies, and there's a Jotnar shrine. However, I am not interested in the shrine, and also I am not interested in entering unnecessary encounters, so I'm just going to ignore it. Oh, well, that wasn't intended, but does work too. So we got a second apple. Do not forget any of this because it is very important. Alright, so here is another difficult part. We're gonna get a Revenant, 2 Heavy Dragger, and once we take out the Revenant or the 2 Heavy Draggers, we're gonna get another 2 Draugr projectile Draugr. So first is the Reaver. You can take him out barehanded because he is immune to frost. So there, and then is a Revenant, which is very annoying. However, we can actually choose between the Revenant or the Heavy Draugr. So what I'm gonna try to do here. Oh, this is a unique opportunity. I don't usually get these stunts, honestly, so this is just luck. When we get the... Okay, see, when you take out the Revenant, we're just gonna get more annoying stuff, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just use Rage and take down one Heavy Draugr. So they're basically both dead, just... Oh. They're basically both dead, just need to throw the axe. There we go. Look at this guy. He's so dead now. Excellent. So I'm gonna give you a tip in for this encounter. So once you enter the fight, you can actually back down here. So in this part, it's covered for the Revenant and the projectile driver. However, the Heavy Dragger will come here to come and attack you. So the first thing you need to do is to take out the Heavy Dragger and then the Revenant. That is my tip. I know I took the Revenant first, but I got a unique opportunity there, so I couldn't. I was not gonna let it go. But in case you're having trouble, just back down here and use this as cover from the Dragger. So if you take down the 2 Heavy Dragger and you let the Revenant and then the other 2 Dragger projectile Draggers, just back down here and use this as cover and just keep throwing the axe until you finish the job. And obviously, don't forget to block. So we're going this side, we're gonna take another steel. And this is another interesting part.
All these dead. You think it's safe in there?
You think it's safer out here?
What's that smell?
The others will have to keep them alive. Strip off their meat.
So, just use a runic here. They will be damaged, and there will basically be one hit. And now they're gonna spawn, and I know the spawns of the enemy, so do not blame me. But yeah, I am a cheater. Alright, I will be quiet and then I will explain my thoughts on this scene.
Close your heart to it. Come then. We have a long journey.
So, I didn't know why Atreus was having that a hard time and was crying. But now I understand he's not a warrior, he's a kid. And he hasn't killed anyone. No human. So imagine just basically have to kill someone in defense. It is a shocking experience. Later I understood why Atreus was having a hard time. So that's why I said this game is very well done. Alright, these guys are not immune to frost, so I can just use the axe.
They came back. They came back.
It is finished.
I want to leave here.
Then collect yourself. We must find a way out.
Yeah, so why they came back, it is basically
Find something to pull me up.
something you learn in the end game. Why the world is corrupted and the dead walk again, the lands of the living. Now, the first time I played this, I still didn't understand why Atreus was like that. But now I know, now I'm conscious why he is like that.
Atreus. Jane.
Jane.
You are in your head, boy. Let it go. He would have killed you.
I know. I had to do it. I didn't know others.
However, it's not easy to overcome such
You
feeling.
will go home, boy.
What?
To give up this easily. So close to the start.
Wait, no. I'm not giving up. I can do this. I just have to, you know, catch my breath. Come on up. I'm ready.
Very well then. So it is a hard time because he basically had to mature more, so much faster than a normal kid.
Listen to me. To be effective in combat, a warrior must not feel for his enemy. The road ahead is long and unforgiving. No place for a boy. You must be a warrior.
So more clear it cannot be. No place for a child.
What you waiting for? Come on already! Let's go! Can't get this slow-eyed cocklump to cross the bridge.
It's because she's scared of something in the trees over there.
There's what now?
Father, throw your axe at those trees on the other side of the bridge. The ones with the white trunks.
You must be smart or something, boy. You are a boy, aren't you?
Does she have a name?
I don't know. Rude bastard ain't ever asked mine, so ain't ever asked hers.
What's yours?
Wrong. Say, you're not gonna believe me, but that axe you got, it was me what made her. Me and my brother. Was one of our best. So don't let nobody else go work on her except for us. You gotta handle her special, or she'll wreck beyond fixing. I can enhance her for you right now if it so pleases you, son of a bitch. So what say you?
All right. If not bleeding. Come, boy.
There's a rune in the shape of a fork under the grip. That was our brand, my brother and me, before we split. I got half of it right here, see? Look, you want I should upgrade her or not?
Very well. I expect an improvement.
Yeah, it is hard to believe that that guy made the actual axe.
So, where's the other half of the brand?
All my dumb brothers got it. But I got all the talent. Look! Now you're talking.
Very well. So, we now have access to the store and... Oh yeah, a lot of people do not understand what runic, lock, and all that stuff means. I wasn't sure too, but it is basically the description says there. So basically, when you use a runic attack, you do more damage. And also when you use frost and burn attacks, you do more damage. That's basically runic. And luck, it increases our XP and money. And also, when we get a perk chance, for example, there's a pommel that allow us to get a protective barrier every time we hit someone. However, it is a low perk activation, means it is a low chance. When you get a high luck stat, when we increase our luck, we increase the chance, the frequency of the perk activating when we hit an enemy using the pommel. I thought luck was more freaking drops, and I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it also increases the frequency of the drops that the enemy leave when they die, like the health drops and the rage. Alright, so we're upgrading our axe for the first time. Very well, so here's an important part. We'll sell our artifacts to get some money. Also, we will buy armor. Now, this is where the soft Svartalheim steel comes in. Now, it depends on your style. I used to get this one because of the Hellstone assist. However, I now use the sharpshooter because I spam a lot of arrows, honestly. So I'm just gonna get it right away. Alright. So, we're gonna get... also, normally, there's a defense and an offense gear. So, I am more of offense. So, I'm gonna get the more high shoulder guard to increase my strength. Very well, so now this is the upgrades. We can either upgrade the Talon Bow and unlock new skills, or we can upgrade our gear. So I will upgrade the gear first, so I can unlock an enchantment socket. All right.
Well, don't look now, but our friends who were hiding in the trees are back for more. Go on, give that action twirl.
All right. So here, you can actually use rage. Don't be upset if you have to use it. You can use it because you can later. Okay. You will replenish it anyways. And also, there's 3 Draugr that shoot projectiles. Very annoying. So you wanna use if you wanna use the rage to take up that heavy Draugr, it's all right. Don't hesitate.
Your paw can kill. You gonna learn to do that too?
I'm not sure.
This road leads to the mountain.
Alright, so do not forget the artifacts because it is money. And also let's go to this part because there's more steel here.
You left me to fight alone.
I did.
People are one thing. Everything else you fight. When I say stop, you are dead. Understand? Pull your weight when we go.
I understand.
Yeah, so here's basically the rage drop. So if you want to use Spartan Rage in that part where the heavy Draugr and the 3 projectile Draugr, it's alright. Do not hesitate or do not be upset of using it.
Come.
It was nice meeting you, bro. I'll be...
So there's going to be a lot of enemies. You can take them out by your hand or use a trap. Don't mind. Just make them spawn and then make the trap fall. Just do not recall it, obviously. Alright, so the third one is going to be a heavy Draugr. However, he's not going to spawn. If I jump now, he's not going to spawn. Because the game is waiting for me to get the ceiling all the way up. So this guy, we're gonna take him out by bare hands and by... Hello? There we go. We're gonna take him out by bare hands and arrows. Easy. Okay, another thing. If you do not want to take risk, just aim here, recall, and use the axe.
Trust I will not let us die.
So the horn basically increases our rage. However, we need to get 3 horns in order to expand our rage meter.
Never been this close to the mountain before. Looks so big. Wish Mom was here to see it.
Boy.
So basically the pride is still high for our soldier Kratos. He's getting used to being father. Alright, so I'm gonna show you a little shortcut here. You can just drop the axe here and freeze that.
Look, there are rooms written along the side.
What does it say?
Maybe
Riddle.
there's a clue. That part's right.
Ah, I didn't miss it.
I see runes.
Boy, what do those runes say?
Oh, it says family. It's not a clue. It's the answer. What I alone can never be. Right?
Use your knife and trace the runes into the sand.
Really? Insane. Something happened.
Yeah, it did.
It is behind us now.
Alright, so here's another boss. We can actually spam Rage, and we can take him out quick. in normal difficulty. On hard and give me God of War is not that simple.
It is important for a warrior to keep his skills sharp.
So the moves are the same. It got a little bit more moves because he's a fire one. So yeah, spam it. Let's go. Alright, so look, these guys are actually extremely annoying. So basically, you can take them out, they're gonna spawn again, but there's just 6 of them, so you can just take them out and then once you kill the 6 of them, they won't spawn again. There we go. Alright, so we got a heavy runic here, which is a very important one. We do not want to miss. Alright, so here's our third northern chest, which is the apple, which will increase our health. But before that, I'm just gonna try to get all the money I can get before engaging. So how this works, just a timer. Once you hit it, you got time to hit all 3. However, I developed a trick here. Let's see if I can get it. That you can just throw the axe from this angle, I think. Excellent.
What does it say?
There we go. So we got 3 apples and our health expands. Now up there's a lore, and it does give XP, but it just gives 25. So I'm going to ignore it.
Boy, I hear your animal ahead.
I knew it was a good
Shoot got it already. Another drop to the chest. Whose height is thick.
But I hit it, didn't I? I know you said it looked like it bounced off. Could the blow be magical?
What do you think?
It looked weirder than any blow I've ever seen.
After the
Oh yeah, if you don't know what these green ravens are, it's just a bonus of the game. It gives 100 XP each time you destroy one. So basically just a bonus XP. And it is part of a trophy if you want it, but I will not destroy all the ravens in this run. Alright, so now just looting all the money we can get. Alright, so there's a part here that it is easy to miss. Right here. So there's a container and there is a box with money. Alright, so here we are gonna engage. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it here because we're getting out of time, and also it is a next cutscene, so we will continue on the third part of this walkthrough. See ya.